Let's move on to Nigeria's iconic hospitality brand, Transcorp Hotels PLC, which has announced a headline revenue of 22.7 billion naira for the third quarter ended September. The earnings release came just a few weeks after the company carted away a basket of awards for the 8th year running in the African hotels and hospitality sector. Let me talk to Dr. Olusola, who is the Managing Director and CEO of Transcorp Hotels PLC. She's here with me live here in the studio tonight. Great to see you. Congratulations on your awards.
Thank you very much.
Let's start from there. I love the awards. But first, let's talk about the numbers. Talk to me about your third quarter earnings. How did you arrive at those numbers?
We're so pleased. Thank you very much for having me here. So pleased to have such fantastic numbers. And it is really a combination of us trying to make sure that we continue to be the leading hospitality brand in Nigeria. What we did from the onset of the pandemic was that we significantly diversified our segments. We focused heavily on international business travelers, but more than that, we actually began to redefine hospitality and created a domestic leisure market that didn't exist prior to COVID. So our numbers, we grew top line by 55% year on year. As of this time last year, we're about 14.1 billion. And I'm happy to report that as of 2022 September, we just achieved 22.7 billion. And really, it's, there's so much more to come from us. And we're so optimistic that we'll finish the year strong and we'll continue to diversify, continue to ensure that we invest in the domestic tourism as well as international business travelers and corporate business as well.
This is a little bit like facts behind the figures, if you ask me. I'm sure you know. So, I tried to look at the growth numbers in terms of not just the revenue, but your pre-tax profit was also up by at 5.5 billion. Earnings per share is very, very critical, nearly 230% in terms of earnings per share. But again, you're growing average occupancy about 78%.
That's correct.
The third quarter, it looks like everybody is back out from the COVID-19 pandemic and the traffic is very heavy.
So indeed, I must tell you, we do not take it for granted at all. For us, it's not business as usual. It's a combination of ensuring that we're innovative, we stay ahead of competition and stay ahead of the market. Customer experience, excellence is very important to us, and it's actually in line with our core values of excellence, execution, and enterprise. We don't take anything for granted. So at every point in time, we're actually making sure that we are operationally efficient, ensuring that despite the inflationary situations that we see in the country, that we're making sure that we're really working our naira for what we have, and ensuring that, we keep things at top standards all the time. We continue to invest. We continue to invest in all our facilities actually across the hotel. Top notch in terms of food and beverage, top notch in terms of our room service standards, and excellent standards all around.
Is business moving the way in Abuja was the Transcorp? Was it moving also like that same way in Calabar, for example?
Calabar is an interesting market. It's very different. But at the same time, we do not compromise on our standards at all, regardless of the location that we're in. So Calabar is doing well. Calabar did have some challenges. However, we're quite optimistic and positive that we'll continue to, put our best. The customer standards and excellent standards across the hotels is the same. And really, we're investing in all of our segments. We recently also launch our Aura platform, which is a hospitality digital platform. And with that, we actually have over 5,000, hotels on the platform. And this, in fact, also now provides more opportunities at your fingertip to really be able to book accommodation across any state in Nigeria and get the true feeling of being a local in any community that you go to. So service is top notch for us. We don't compromise regardless of location.
Are you adding more to the facilities in Abuja, by the way, because it looks like things are moving?
We're excited. We have an event center coming up in 2023. This is a 5,000 capacity event center coming up. So with that, we know that it's going to bring more traffic to the hotel. And so definitely expansion is at the forefront of every conversation that we're having. And not only in Abuja, also our Lagos accommodation as well. We're looking to launch a 5-star hotel. I'm sure you've seen the sign up for a while in Ikoyi on Glover Road. And this is one of our key priorities going into next year. So I'm quite excited, really, because there's so much happening within our space space. And we're not just saying, hospitality as it is. We continue to redefine, and we're very focused on an asset-light strategy, which means that, we look for ways that we can succeed within this industry and own the space.
Your revenue per room is about 77,461 naira. Don't tell me you've raised rates.
No,
we're
looking to welcome you to the hotel at any point in time, and note that we'll meet you at your price point.
Have you been able to sustain this level of occupancy despite the environment? You talk about inflation, exchange rate, this consumer spending being tight.
Yeah, it is challenging. That's the truth. Without a doubt, it's challenging, but we remain the best in the industry. And again, like I said, because we're offering the best excellent standards at all points. So we focus on the price. What we've done is we've not moved aggressively in terms of pricing. We know what Nigeria is saying, for everybody. We're all part of this country and know what is happening. But we ensure that at all times we're efficient, at all times we remain competitive, and at all times we're giving our guests the best.
So let's talk about the awards.
Yes.
5 awards. Okay.
5 awards, 8 years consecutively.
Yes. And I saw that as the business hotel to go to.
Best business hotel in Africa, best city hotel in Nigeria, best hotels with the best suites in Nigeria, and 5 different awards across the country and across Africa. In addition, even our fine dining restaurant Zuma recently just got an award as well, best luxury fine dining restaurant. So great awards all around. We're quite excited. And, I always say to people, we don't take it for granted. This is 8 years in a row. But we don't just think, oh, yes, we're going to win it automatically next year. We're working our butts off to ensure that we're giving you the best all around so that we win these awards effortlessly. My team and I, they're just completely committed to ensuring that, once you come in, the entire customer journey and customer experience you get at the hotel is, world class. And you leave coming back for more and wanting more from us every single time.
Tell me briefly about the global hospitality, hotel and leisure industry. Has your industry been able to fully shake off the pandemic period? And does that give you any outlook on what 2023 will look like?
To be honest, I think it's mixed bags because there's so much happening. So much happening around the world with the almost recession in some areas, challenges, of all sorts across. So what the industry has done is the ones for businesses like ours that have continued to stay ahead, innovate and transform, and also take advantage of, the changing demography and changing market. We've been able to stay strong and been on ground. We actually see some hospitality businesses that never reopened their doors after the COVID pandemic. And, for us, it's just, again, like I mentioned, our asset-light strategy is key. And just ensuring that every single time we continue to think of what next. How do we please our customers, regardless of what segment of the market they're in, whether it is for leisure, for business, or for events and conferencing, we ensure that we're actually, creating business and creating products that meet your need. And I think that is really the thing that keeps us standing.
For Nigeria, for 2023, I can smell what your numbers will look like. Election is just around the corner. First quarter, there's going to be an inauguration in June. So I'm sure you're going to be smiling to the banks next year. Yes or no?
We're positive, we're optimistic. I can't reveal too much information because we're a listed company on the stock exchange. But however, we're definitely very optimistic. We're going to continue to do what we know how to do best. And we're certain that we'll continue to deliver and deliver value to all of our stakeholders. And that is really what is key for us.
Olusola, Managing Director and CEO at Transcorp Hotels PLC. Thank you so much for coming tonight and talking to us about your industry and what is going on around. Thank you so much. And congratulations once again on those awards. We wish you all the best.